Beijing. In the run-up to President Trump's national security address on Monday, officials hinted it would set a new tough tone on China. That did not quite happen. Though the closely watched speech saw Trump call China and Russia rival powers, the rest of the address did not play out as predicted, with the president offering few new details on his China plans. The softer-than-expected speech capped a year of mixed signals on how the Trump administration plans to handle Beijing, deepening questions about the future of U.S.-China ties. The headline of an editorial published by China Daily, a Communist Party-controlled newspaper, captured the confusion. U.S. national security strategy is still a work in progress, it read. Shi Yinhong, a professor of international relations at Renmin University and a leading expert on Chinese diplomacy, was equally perplexed. What is the strategy after all? It's not clear, he said. Shi, like several other Chinese experts, read Monday's speech as a sign that the White House may adopt a tougher line on China, but cautioned against taking Trump at his word. Trump sets out national security strategy of principled realism and global competition. China doesn't pay much attention to what Trump says, it mainly pays attention to what Trump does, he said. We need to wait and see what he will do rather than what he said, echoed Liu Xiang, an expert in Sino-US relations at the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences in Beijing. The gap between what Trump has said on China and what he's done is the source of much debate here, and Monday's speech did little to change that. As a candidate, Trump regularly lashed out at China, even accusing the country of raping the United States. As president, he has veered between tough talk on North Korea, for instance, and sweet talk mostly reserved for China's highly respected authoritarian leader, Xi Jinping. Over the weekend, reports circulated that Trump's speech and strategy would treat China as a competitor and call out the country's economic aggression. But only the first part made the cut. In his remarks, Trump called China and Russia rival powers that seek to challenge American influence, values, and wealth. He went on to say the United States will attempt to build a great partnership with those and other countries, but in a manner that always protects our national interest. The strategy document offered a bit more detail. China and Russia challenge American power, influence, and interests, attempting to erode American security and prosperity, it reads. They are determined to make economies less free and less fair, to grow their militaries, and to control information and data to repress their societies and expand their influence. Language like rival is part of a White House push to frame China as a strategic competitor instead of a strategic partner, a rhetorical shift that did not go unnoticed by the Chinese. Cooperation is the only correct choice for China and the United States, Hua Chunying, a spokeswoman for the Chinese Foreign Ministry, said at a regular press briefing on Tuesday. We urge the U.S.